Hello. This will be a good one. These are some of the most unintelligent, stupid, uneducated comments I could possibly imagine. Now, recently, over on a Fuji board, it was someone was talking about a guy with the same first name as me. You can guess who that is. I'll just say it was Ren Cockwell. They were kind of attacking him for his, well, really pathetic review of the Fuji X-T2, but I mean, this is one thing, and me with the guy with the big hair, the big fluffy hair. This is the one thing that certainly me and him would agree on 100%. He's actually used the words dangerous. Now, dangerous, of course, is a different connotation. That would be like, stranger danger. It's certainly not dangerous, but dangerously stupid. So, on that point, me and him are in full agreement. Someone sent me a link yesterday, since I've been talking about adapters recently, that this guy wrote, and it is full of the most unintelligent, intellectually inept, and stupid BS that I think I might have ever read. I'll read you off a few quotes here, and let's talk about how pathetically stupid these are. This guy's making a ton of money, by the way. Not that I really give a damn, but I've been saying my entire life that stupid sells. I swear to God, the dumber society gets, and society is getting a lot dumber, the more and more they fall in love with stupid BS. And so anyway, this is an article about adapters by this person. Quote, many decades ago, lens adapters were popular because, and this is an article that he wrote recently. It's not like ages ago. The article is dated 2013, late 2013, so really only a couple and a half years ago. Many decades ago, lens adapters were popular because cameras and lenses didn't communicate with each other, and because cameras and lenses were all made by. That's not a point at all. That's one of the weak ones. Here they start getting really strong. Today, it is foolish to try to adapt a different lens to digital cameras. Really? Says who, idiot? There is no communication between the lens and the camera, so it is a royal pain to try to shoot with that Frankensteinian lens combination, and the results usually aren't as good. Well, you're a damn idiot. You are a stupid. You're a dumbass. Just flat out a dumbass. They're countless hundreds of thousands of Flickr pages are full of people using adapted lenses on their cameras, especially mirrorless. When you use a lens adapter, you sentence yourself to enormous added hassles of losing metering. No, you don't. That's absolute BS. You don't lose metering at all. You are essentially an aperture priority. So that's absolute BS. Losing exposure, automation. I think he's referring to pussy mode, as I call it. Which he calls professional mode. He actually calls program mode professional mode. He says that's what the P stands for. Losing data recording, losing autofocus, and losing autofocus? You got focus peaking. Focus peaking is more accurate than autofocus is, by the way. That's why there's AF plus MF override even on autofocus lenses like this. If you're on a shallow depth of field and you want to just focus in on something specific, you can. It's called AF plus MF on Fuji. It's manual focus override. You have to remember to open and close the diaphragm for each and every shot. Well, that's total BS as well. Total stinking lie. People quickly learn that you can't really use other brands of lenses on your DSLR or mirrorless camera because of this added inconvenience. Absolute 1000% BS. And the potential for quality loss when using lenses optimized for different formats just isn't worth it. 1000% BS. There's not a single person that has more than 2 brain cells that agrees with this idiot. This guy's making a fortune. I hate to deride somebody this much, but this guy's just an idiot. Just a flat-out idiot. It doesn't matter if you can get an Olympus OM and a Sony NEX adapter for whatever inexpensive lens off eBay, because the resulting combination of using an older lens and a digital camera always results in frustration. No, it doesn't. You're full of crap. And the end results are rarely as good as using the correct lens in the first place. Well, here's where he's really full of crap. Well, he's full of crap on all of it. A lot of these adapted lenses are used for the very specific reason that they give you an output that the autofocus lens designed for the camera cannot do. Like that Pentacon and that 500 millimeter mirror lens I got packed away for, with a donut bokeh. Fujifilm and Nikon, nobody currently makes lenses that are pooping out donut bokeh. If I want that crap, I gotta buy an old lens and stick an adapter on it. I love using that lens. It's easy. I could teach a brain-dead dumbass how to use that lens. Focus peaking. Hey, whatever turns red or blue is in focus. Click. Yeah, that's really frustrating. If you got less than 2 brain cells, you might be challenged with focus peaking. Even the crummier modern mirrorless lenses are often optically better than using older top-end DSLR rangefinder lenses because the newer lenses used for our newer designs, which are usually much sharper than what was expected for us back on BS. In almost all cases, there is no electronic communication from the adapter. Who gives a shit? Who cares? Nobody gives a crap. It's about the image. So you get no EXIF. Oh my god! Oh no! There's no EXIF information, he says. What am I ever going to do? Oh my god! There's no EXIF information! Dumbass. Who gives a crap? No EXIF information. Wow, that is really important when it comes to... I remember looking in the museum last time. There was a couple standing next to me, and they're looking at this Vine photograph, and they're going, oh my god, there's no EXIF information! Oh no! Dumbass. Yes, it's easy and inexpensive to adapt old lenses to your new camera, but actually shooting it with those old lenses will be a big pain. No, it's super easy, you moron. Using a lens and adapter adds many more steps between you and the photo. No, it does not. It actually simplifies it. All of which are taken carefully automatically when you use the correct modern lens for your camera. The results with modern lenses will probably be better than with an old adapted lens. Now he says probably, so now he's even questioning himself. If you're using an adapter and the like, don't let me discourage you, but if you're asking for my advice, adapters make everything much more complicated. Maybe if you're... Yeah. Mount lens on adapter, mount adapter and lens on the camera. Wow, shit, that's really hard. Here's his last statement. Lens adapters are for tweakers. I thought a tweaker was somebody... Isn't that the name of a South Park character, Tweak? He's always twitching because he drinks a lot of coffee. His name was Tweak. Isn't that right? Lens adapters are for tweakers, not productive photographers. Let me repeat that. Lens adapters are for tweakers, not for productive photographers. You are full of BS and crap. I've never seen a more pure and rarefied gigantic intellectual fart and brain-dead, knuckle-dragging, mouth-breathing, pseudo-intellectual tirade of BS, lies, crap, nonsense, and twaddle. Congratulations, moron. The guy that wrote these sentences. Congratulations. You are a winner. You are definitely... somebody, yeah, why is everybody sending this guy money again? This guy is making a lot of money off his website. A lot. I don't even drink, but I know one thing. I could get stone drunk and, stay up for 5 days and then, have my feet immersed in a fire ant mound and still type out intelligent stuff on a level that far exceeds this in, God, man. Stupid must really sell, because I know for a fact this guy's making a lot of money off of his website. This is an article on his website about adapted lenses. A German guy sent me. I had no idea this article existed until yesterday. A German guy said, look at this crap this guy wrote. And I read it and I was like, holy crap. I mean, I knew how unintelligent he was, but I had no idea that his depravity and his stupidity was so bad. So I thought you'd get a kick out of that one. This is the guy everybody's sending money to for his advice on lenses especially. Yeah. No, girlfriend, no. Jesus, what a dumbass. Wow. Jesus Christ. Sumashedshi durak.